Yo, we back. We back. We back.
Back again.
We back.
Guess who's back?
Shady's back.
Back again. You know what I'm saying? We back. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? I'm not gonna say the number of this episode
We have no idea what number
because
this
we
episode
have
is.
no idea.
Also, it's part of the problem.
Yeah.
We'll eventually get to it. We'll eventually, when we hit like 500, that's when we'll be like, okay, I think we're at 500 now.
I feel like that would be easier to track though.
Oh God,
Yeah.
Like 100 videos, you're like, all right, I think I have 100.
We're still, you know, it's crazy. We're still babies at this shit. Like we're still only what? Like we're not even at 25 episodes.
You know what's crazy though? Like, not to sound narcissistic, but just a little bit.
Yeah, go.
This is actually my favorite podcast.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Like I listen to us talk, and I don't know if that's weird, but like, you know how when you listen to yourself back, whether it be a video or anything, you're like, ew, it sounds bad. I actually like the way we sound.
I actually laugh at myself.
I laugh at myself, and I'm
like, I actually laugh.
The podcast actually sounds like pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
even if we're talking about nothing for like an hour, it's
really easy to listen to.
yeah. Like as background, I'm like, wow.
Like, we actually put up some great topics. Like, we have some great arguments.
Yeah, we've had some great topics, honestly, in these smaller episodes, which is crazy because we're youngins, bro. We're babies still. Yeah. But
As
I
of
think
2 weeks ago, we have 12 episodes out. And
We have more in the chamber.
we have
Yeah,
like
we have a
way
lot.
more in the chamber,
We got more in
Yeah.
the chamber.
which is a crazy
52
part.
subs, though. Shout out to us.
Oh, we got 52?
52 subs.
Sure.
In the span of 6 months, like, I don't even know 52 people. I can't even lie to you.
Imagine 52 people sitting in this room right now. That's how many people are subscribed to us. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's
This
a lot
room
of
would be
people.
packed. I'm not gonna
This
lie.
room would be
We'd
fucking
bunched
packed.
up.
We'd be like, oh
Y'all
shit.
want-
That's crazy. Shout out to y'all.
Oh, God.
No,
We
for
appreciate
real.
every single one of y'all.
Everybody
Thank
that
you for
watches the
listening.
videos and all that, like, it doesn't go unnoticed. We appreciate it.
Yeah, the little tiny views. I love it. Everybody. I love it. Each and every one of y'all.
And we not stopping.
That ass.
We not stopping. We got more life to live and we got more topics to give.
We're just gonna keep
I like
pushing
that.
out nonsense.
I like that. That nigga's like,
That happened to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. The beginning of the year, that happened to me too.
Just cover it up.
No, just put your thing over it. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I did.
So, if you guys notice, we have a guest with us here
We got
today.
our dog E-Dog in the cut.
Dog, Eli.
E-Dog in the cut.
What's going on, y'all?
Chilling, bro. How you been?
I'm all right. God is the greatest, bro. That's all I can say. I appreciate everybody. Appreciate y'all for allowing me to come. I appreciate it.
Of course, brother.
Of course, we
Anytime,
wanted you on here
gangsta.
for a minute.
That ass. We just didn't know when. Like, we want a lot of people to come on, and it's just hard to fit everyone. You know, life's been
Life
kicking our
is-
ass.
Yeah.
Life
Bro.
moves in a very extreme speed. That's all I can say.
Yeah, you never know what direction life's gonna go. Honestly, you just gotta take it one day at a time, for real.
That's all we can do.
Like seriously, like
Live in the moment.
yeah.
Yeah, for real. Your dad told me that one.
No, seriously.
Your dad told me that one.
Do you think you can control, like, not events that happen in your life, but do you think you can control your life and how it, like,
You could.
ultimately ends out?
I feel like you could you could plant the seeds. That's something I've been saying a lot. You could plant the seeds in your life so it could root to whatever plant, whatever flower you're trying to get. Like, I want to be a writer. I'm gonna plant those seeds. I write every day, excruciating. I stay up. I'd be like a fiend. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
one day maybe that'll be my profession. Maybe that'll be something that I'm doing, and it'll be comfortable for me because I've been doing it since a young age. You know what I mean? It'll be nothing, light work. You know what I mean? Like, you plant those seeds. Depending on where you're trying to get in your life, you could end up there. But that's just all on how much you water it. Like, you gotta keep watering it. If you stop watering it, that's not gonna grow. Obviously, that's just the one piece that I've been just repeating to myself. No matter like what happens, good or bad, I'm like, gotta plant the fucking plant the seed. Gotta keep going. Like, can't give up. Cause I don't know, man. This life shit is stagnant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I have the same idea as you, but it's just worded a little bit different. I think you can control your life to a certain extent. Like,
Yeah.
it depends on how you react to the events that happen to you, rather if it's good or bad.
For sure.
Like, I think if like if a lot of bad things happen to you and you let it beat you down and like put you in a paralyzed state of mind, like you don't want to do anything, I think that's where like your life hits into a different direction.
For sure.
I think if you just try to keep moving and see like, no matter what, I think you should always see like the glass half full. So
I agree.
Yeah, I try to do that.
I live by that too. Like,
I say that. Do you see the glass half full or half empty? Because if you see the glass half empty, of course you're gonna always think it's empty.
Yeah.
You're not really thinking of the better side of the glass.
Yeah. And it's like you got to take something out of everything, but you got to take something positive out of everything better, and that's the only way you'll see the glass half empty. Even if there's nothing positive about the situation total, you just got to tell yourself, well, I took a lesson out of it. That's like the go-to, I take a lesson out of it.
or yeah, I can agree. Like, even if you're not using it as a way to, like, I don't know, like learning from it, you could you could learn from it is what I'm trying to say. You could be like, all right, that happened, that sucked. I know what I need to do so it doesn't happen next time. Like, that's it. And, you know, I get what you mean. Like, just react differently, adjust accordingly.
But you getting kept paralyzed just because of life events. I know life is hard. A lot of things
Life
happen.
is stressful, yo.
Yeah. Like, a lot of things could happen. A lot of things could just hit you and you didn't even know that could happen to you. Like, you're just in a state of shock. But as a person, you got to get over it, like, at a certain reasonable time, because with or without you, life is going to go on.
It sure is.
And no matter if you behind or like with it, it moves. And it's either you move with it or you get left behind.
You just stay in the same shit situation. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, even if, like, and this is like to like people that have like so much money too. Life moves on. Right? You can miss a lot of things. You can miss moments with your family. Like, let's say a family member died. Like, yeah, that's depressing, that's sad, but you still have other family members that you probably love and care about. So instead of looking at it like, oh man, this person left me, like, I can't do anything because this person left me. No, I gotta remember to start valuing the people around me. Like, and that's how you move on.
To add on to that, death is a physical thing. Your physical body is gone.
Exactly.
That's it. You just embrace the memories that you have with them physically. You can always have telepathy and connect with them if you're good at that.
For sure. I agree with that. Like, I don't know, heavy on the, like, loved ones, I'm going to just veer off track a little bit. Like, if you had a spiritual or a deep connection with someone when they were here, when they go, you'll still feel that spirit and that motivation, like, from them just compelling you to do certain things in your life. And you just, even when you're at your worst, you're just like, they're just there and you're like, fuck. All right, now I got to, nigga, I hear you. All right, shut up.
Yeah,
I get it.
I'm listening.
You're
can
talking,
stop yelling.
Shut up. I get it. And you move accordingly. And sometimes, like, as someone who wasn't really spiritual, recently I've been having those moments and I'm like, damn, like, is spirituality real? Like, is this a real thing? You know what I mean? Like,
to add on to that,
it's crazy.
I definitely got a lot more into the spirituality things, bro. It's an amazing thing, bro. Let me tell you this: words are very, very important. If you say the wrong word, you never know what you're saying. If you really go into the deep of the word, you really pay attention. If you think of the word blessed, take it together. Be less. Why would I ever ask you to be less? Mm-hmm. You're my brother. I want you to be more. I don't want you to be less. Right. That's why I try to stay away from the word be blessed, because I'm never going to ask you to be less. You're my brother. I want you to be more. So I'll probably say, I wish the best for you. Yeah. Instead of saying God is blessing me, I'll just say God is doing his job.
Yeah. Or the world or the universe is working in my favor. That's my favorite line. I still haven't found that side of the spiritual key of the Lord and stuff.
I really got into spirituality when I was in high school. Like, that's when I really, because my uncle, he got into it, like, I want to say, like, I was, like, a junior. And he would, like, tell me about, like, the nature, like, you know, the grounding yourself, meditation, your third eye. But I always put it off. I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah. Like I knew about it, but it wasn't, like, something, like, I invested in, because I thought it was, like, you know, just like everything else, all these other religions. No offense to these religions, I just don't want to commit to a religion. Right. But going further, like, when I
all the same shit anyway.
It really is. It's
just Yahweh, God, bro.
It's just God. Like, everything is just
really
separated.
Yahweh, Freya, it's the same shit.
Yeah, there's a God. Yeah. When I look at religion, definitely they all have the same thing. There's a God.
It's all the same.
Like, rather if it's the sun God, our God, it's all a God.
They're all the same.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep naming gods.
They're really all the same.
Zeus.
Yeah, I guess. Fictitious gods.
That's a conversation for another day. If you go into the word Zeus, if you do some searching, I would never say research, because if you search for it, Zeus actually means Satan.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, he's actually right about that.
Zeus means Satan, and Zeus is also Prometheus. Prometheus is also Satan. If you go further into the Bible, Jacob,
I'm following you.
Guess what? Satan. all connected. And to go even further deeper, Satan is actually our brother.
Yo, I don't want to be like conspiracy thing, but to tie that in with aliens, there is a creation story that in the Bible, literally, you can Google this. I forgot which one, if it's in New Genesis, but it's talking about the Elohim, which is the son of God, and it's like talking about how when these two beings were trying to figure out what to do with the earth, and the devil wanted to give us, like intelligence and all this, blah, 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 but the God wanted us to be dumb and be weak, and basically as we were now. Like the devil in that story, he was trying to fight off the God and give us better, DNA and shit, but then the other guy was like, no, like I want my humans to be working, I want them to be, faithful to me. And it's just fucking crazy that he says that, because there's just been a lot of, not misconception about that, but a little bit about the devil.
I have a question for you guys then. If we're gonna get into that topic, do y'all believe in like the paranormal world where people get possessed and all that, and like priests have to go there to get them unpossessed?
I've only started to believe in it because our government actually put money into studying paranormal activities.
To believe?
So I feel like there's something about that.
To give you some more further explanation on that, to believe is to something you don't know. Like people say they believe in Jesus. Do you? Do you know it's real?
I believe he was real, yeah.
Yeah, I believe
to
he was
believe
real.
is not to know. Do you?
But
I know he was real. There was like historians,
I'm saying this too.
and like people that.
So when people say they believe in
corroborated
something, to believe in it is not to know. It's really not to know.
Yeah, you just have put faith into it.
Yeah,
in
for sure.
a sense. I feel what you're saying.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, I know Jesus was real.
I know, yeah.
Me too.
That black man was out here.
Yeah, right. So another thing is for us here, us people of color, we are not humans. We are gods.
Okay.
People who
I've been through that.
People who are humans are certain. I'll just list two: Caucasians and Asians. They are not gods. Unfortunately, I'm sorry.
Damn.
Gods. Caucasians are made out of pig, lemur, and
God damn,
dog skin.
he's getting scientific on y'all.
And also pig, lemur, dog skin, and the blood of Zeus, blood of
Snapple
Satan.
facts. You pull it out Snapple facts.
That's why when you think when they are out in the sun and they have to wear suntan lotion, because the sun burns them, they're being cooked alive, technically.
They turn red, yeah.
We don't.
It's because they're
Think about
European.
it. We are so used to the sun. Why do you think we
Colder
don't turn red?
climates.
They do, because they're animals. Why do you think they put it in front of our faces the whole time?
I feel like we're gonna get canceled.
We
for
are
this.
all animals.
Am I the only
No,
one?
we're not.
Forget it.
We're not animals. They are.
Yo.
No, continue. Go ahead.
You guys probably think I'm crazy, but this is
bro. I love this.
it. I'm just saying,
I
like,
love
intrigued.
this.
This is really the.
It's your
I
opinion.
love different.
This is really
point of views.
Yeah.
the reality for us.
Okay.
For us people of color, like blacks and Latinos, there's really no other type of. When people say we're animals, we're not. I literally just look at people and say, "You guys are animals, not me."
Let me ask you a question. Like, do you know that? Do you think that all the words at one time were collided together?
Do I think
Like
all the
Europe,
world?
North America, South America, Africa, Australia were all like one island.
I'm not too sure. I have to do some more searching on that.
Okay, so do you think they are or not? Like just like, without the research, like what do you originally? What do you think? If you find out otherwise, if you come back on, you can give us the research that you have now. But as of right now, do you think all the continents were all one at one point, or do you think it was always separated?
I think it was always
You
separated.
think it was always separated?
There was no like plates weren't separated.
Well, we have like not we, but like geologists have like rock samples and shit and like data that shows
Definitely that everything was
tectonic
covered.
plates, and they still have data that shows that right now they're actively shifting and moving back into place to form that one continent that you were referring to. But I don't know.
Anything is possible.
Anything's possible.
Like,
they
legit.
could have. I wasn't there, and when the fucking world was built, these white people telling me that it was one thing. I'm gonna
Exactly.
believe it because they
That's
have all
I
the
know.
data.
Exactly.
And they went to school for this shit,
and they spread it out for years.
I'm only.
So like look at
my first day out
look
here,
at
I
the
don't
other
know, man.
episode that we had when
And
we were
other
talking
people
about
corroborated it. So fuck. Shit. What?
I said, look when like the other episodes when we were talking about inner Earth.
Yes, I love
Like,
that. We need to get back to that.
There
one day.
could really be an inner Earth.
I do believe
they
in that.
tell us that it's just a
But
core.
y'all need to let me tell that story. It's gonna be.
I want to hear it.
I got it.
You know what I want to do? I want to interview somebody that like.
Bro, I do too. I have his email. I'm just like, I don't know.
Send it.
I don't know if he'll come on though.
Yeah, I don't care.
Alright,
Just send it.
Bet.
Tell him we'll like.
I'll do like we do like a Zoom.
Tell him we'll bring weed. Like I don't care.
Nah, he's an old dude. He's an old dude. There's two guys. One.
I have one guy in mind too, but I don't like. I just don't.
I know he'll do it because he wants to. It's like the alien creation shit that I was. He knows. He can talk about that shit for hours. Like,
I know a guy
he
too.
would blow your mind. I'd be like,
guy.
that guy, and then the other guy was a friend.
But we're getting off topic.
We are getting out talking. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
To it.
So, let's go off original like scientific proof that all the worlds were collided all at once.
Okay.
Do you so you think there was still different like skin tones? Because me personally, I think everyone was still a dog and animalistic. Like
there's different types of homo like. There's
homeostasis.
Like there's homo like I don't know what the other part is, but it was like not just we are Homo sapiens. There was Homo like Neanderthal. You know what I mean? Like there was different
stages.
There was different ones. Mm-hmm. I do agree with you on saying that they were probably all dark because at that time the Earth was hot. It wasn't cold as it was now.
Well, let me ask you a question before we get even deeper. Do y'all believe in evolution?
Yes, for sure. I believe there's some proof of evolution.
Something behind that.
You can definitely see evolution in like chimps now. Like they're learning to do, literally making spears. Like it's crazy. Like they're evolving. They're just learning how to do it.
Yeah.
And no one taught them. Like they're just the other chimps are just
becoming humans.
They're just like, oh shit, we need this. We can use this to fucking kill each other. We can use this to get that and get that banana over there. You know what I mean? Like they're just learning on the fly. They're adapting. They're evolving. I think it's a very real thing. Alligators too. Crocodiles. Like so many things right in front of our like real world is happening.
That's definitely
in terms of evolution.
I don't know if we honestly I don't know if we came from monkeys. Like realistically, I see the point, but like
oh, that was a solid one.
Wait, one more.
Oh no, that was a weak one. Fuck me. Weak. Go ahead.
Well, like I honestly don't know if we came from monkeys, but like let's say we did come from monkeys.
I think we did.
I do think we were all like the same animalistic skin. So honestly, I want to know I understand it was adaptation, but I want to understand
as a matter of fact, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead. You're the guest. Go ahead.
Let's go further back. Right?
Okay.
Have you ever seen a person of color born with a tail?
No,
not in America.
But if you see a white person, you've seen them with plenty of tails before.
No, I have not.
We can do some searching. I'll show it to you on or off. It's up to you guys.
But there's actually a disease where people
I
have
think you're talking
tails.
about the disease, like when the babies are born with tails. They usually chop that shit off at birth, dependent.
I've seen a few.
Me too.
I've never seen a tail.
I've seen pictures on Facebook, you know, like the pictures your parents will show you. They're like, oh my God, look at this thing with the tail. And I'm like, yeah, Mom, like they probably are going to cut it off soon. It's not normal.
That's when we had the best joke we've ever had on this show that we never even. That's when we had the best joke ever.
We didn't put that in, right?
No.
Oh, good.
No. I was so disappointed.
Good.
But to go back to our topic, like, I want to understand how did like Caucasians, the Asians, the South Americans, the Africans, the North Americans, like to me, South American and North Americans, like they have like the similar skin tone.
Sure.
They have like a similar.
It's the sun,
like a look, but like Caucasian, they look,
white and pasty because they're in the colder climates.
Africans, hotter Asians, climates. Tiny eyes.
I forgot why. That's actually an evolutionary thing that they have their eyes like that. I forgot why, like what it was. Like, I don't want to mess it up, but it's literally like a reason. It's like to protect them from something, and it's crazy that like they just evolve. You've heard about the people? There's an island, like a small tribe of people that I think it's in the Philippines, that they like do everything underwater. That like they're basically like fish people. Like their lung capacity is so much bigger, and that like some of them are even
5 to 10 minutes underwater.
Yeah, like unrealistic, like crazy. And there's reports that say like they can even go longer than that. Like they do everything in the water. Like it's fucking crazy what we don't know about our own planet and
you
what's
ever
out
seen
there.
Humans that like climbed on trees their whole life? You ever seen the way their feet look? Yo, their feet look like this, bro.
Yo, and also in India, northern India, there's a you can't go there because they're literally like savage. But there's a village that they look like fucking like they haven't evolved in years, bro. Literally like they have not. They look like some shit out of a movie.
And
like,
there's an African
Because
tribe
it's
too.
in movies. They put it in your face all the
like
time.
it's crazy. Like I mean, again, what are you? I don't know what that means. What do you mean by that?
Like for example, like you were saying, people on the Philippines could be underwater for an extensive amount of time.
Yes.
If you watch the Black Panther movie, they were in the water for long periods of time. Anything I'm a firm believer. Anything you see in a movie is real.
Okay.
They put it in front of your face, and we just kind of like laugh at it until we see. And I feel like it may not be.
yeah.
I feel like it may not be here on this planet, but in another planet, they're doing the same
I can
exact
see
things
that.
they're throwing right in front of your face.
So you're a believer in like the multiverse and
Of
like
course.
different universes?
Yes.
I can see that.
Beautiful. I love people that believe in that.
Yes, I think because they put it right. I think they put it in front of your face for the right reason, for people to just laugh at it and make money off of it. That's literally the game, to get caught in that. Oh, it's just in a movie.
This is not really happening.
It's not really happening until it happens.
I
Right.
think you're definitely. I think as like, there's some things that might not like always be true, but majority of what you're saying is true. Like I think everything they put in movies is a real thing. Like aliens, real thing.
I think
like
aliens are real.
scary movies of like paranormals. That's a real thing. Time travel, that's a real thing. I believe in time travel.
Me too.
I think once we invent a time machine,
I think time traveling
That's
is actually
when-
telepathy.
you think time travel is telepathy?
Telepathy. Because you know how you feel like you've seen something before and you've never been there?
Like deja vu.
Yes.
Honestly,
Something
I don't
right
really
there.
have deja vu.
Really?
get
I have
deja
deja
vu
vu.
all
It's
the
Not
telepathy.
all the
It's
time,
time.
but
It's
I
right in
have
front- I'm
it.
telling you, it's literally
And
right in front of
it'll
your
be
face.
like something that I've had deja vu. Let's say like 2 years ago, and then it'll happen now, and I'm like, that
What
happened.
the fuck?
Like I thought about that 2 years ago. Why is it?
Because you literally
Like,
just
it's
time,
crazy.
you just time travel without even realizing it.
For
You did
me,
it right
it's
there in front
more of
your
a.
face.
I perceive it not as like a direct time travel, but more of like in some sort of other realm above and over our understanding that like that's in the future. That's what happened, and I just needed to get there and do that. That's why I partially believe in like destiny and the things that are made for you in life are probably gonna happen. Like if it was your time to go, my nigga, you gonna go, and that's point blank and period. You got weak genes. I'm sorry, Lord needs you to go. That's life. Or you're gonna keep trekking. You're gonna keep going. You have goals. You have things you want to do. You're gonna get them. You know what I mean? Like some things are made for you in life. Some things aren't. That's it. I don't know.
Definite fact.
Like cut and dry, straight like that.
I definitely believe in that. I think everything happens for a reason.
For sure, bro.
Yeah, it does.
I don't think like, and even scientists are starting to believe like everything is just like everything just falls into place. Like everything's meant to happen for
For
a
sure.
reason.
It's crazy.
And I don't know what was the scientific word of it. I don't know. I don't want to use the word fate, but they use a certain word like you can't. Everything's gonna happen regardless of somebody changes or not.
Sounds like Murphy's Law, but yeah, agreed.
And to me, I always so believe in the butterfly effect, even though that's based off a game. I still think like that's the thing. Like if you
A
were
real
to
thing,
go
yeah.
back in time, and you change something, you could literally change like that whole path of fate.
True, I agree.
Rather
see that
than-
happening.
They're doing it right in front of your face with the I think it was Infinity War Endgame where Doctor Strange said, "I see so many different ways this can go, but there's only one way that this can really go."
multiverse.
Right in front of your face. I'm telling you, I believe that everything is all connected.
It is. I think to me, I've been thinking like, what if the thoughts like you know how you think and you think about different stuff like just in your head, that could be you seeing your life from a different like timeline.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Cause it's even scientifically like an idea that everything is like a different infinite of universes.
He fixed it. Yeah, nah, it's good. We rock.
Is this camera on me?
Nah,
Put it back
man.
on them. What the hell?
You can't even notice it. Just want to let you know you can't even notice it. King. Until he picks it up and it's just.
He's like, But I definitely believe in the multiverse. But I do also believe that us humans sometimes think we're smarter than we actually are. Especially when I look at the cosmic side of things and like our space race and what we're actually doing. Yeah, sure, we probably have unheard of and unseen technologies that can probably get us to the moon and back in like 2.5 seconds, whatever. But I just feel like on a scale, we're babies. Like on everything we do, humanity is like so far back, and we got a long ways to go. You know what I mean?
When it comes to
and that's even
space.
that's my point in like space, and then dwelling into the technologies required to get into the multiverse. Like we're, at least in our lifetime, we ain't gonna see that shit, and probably even our kids' lifetime, they won't see that shit. Probably their kids is when they'll be like, all right, we rolling it out now. Like that's my real shit. It even we don't even have fusion power. We have a lot of things that like people think we're so. Not to sound like a nihilist, but I'm gonna just say this: like, think we're so advanced at that, bro. We're babies.
We're ignorant.
We really are. Like a lot, even the scientists, the scientific community will say this. Like, we're pretty ignorant on a lot of things. Like, we put the money towards the wrong things, and that puts us behind.
Yeah,
that's the one way I could put it.
Most definitely, because, like you said, we're so behind. Like, look at space. We literally have aliens that come and go as they please. And we see them and they're gone in the split of a second. We don't know what to do. Honest to God, I think America and the world doesn't know what to do about aliens. I've been doing more research on that, and not to burst everyone's bubble, but they're also thinking it's not aliens. They just think it's like probably some rogue government, because they have a lot of money missing in the government, and they're like, yeah, we have alien, we've seen alien shit, sure, but we're like, that definitely not aliens, especially the shit they shot down recently. The balloon?
No, they shot something else down recently too. They shot it was 2 like weird looking spaceships that were in the air, and they still haven't put out any report on what it is, because the China balloon, they put that shit out immediately, obviously, because war, we want to go to war with China. But what about this? Whose is it? If it's not China, if it's not some other foreign nation, all right, who is it? There's reports they think it's a rogue sector of the government that's just been like
Russia or North Korea.
No, like our government that's been creating their own crazy technology, and just with all the money we've been getting, and then no one's just holding them accountable. That's why the government's kind of like, we need to actually put money into this to stop this. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, so I don't want to burst the alien bubble. Like, yeah, there's alien shit out there, but what we've been seeing recently is more than likely just like a bunch of rich dickheads fucking with the Navy.
Okay. But
that's also another thing people should put in mind, to not jump straight into aliens.
But like, besides those, like the human-based made technology, because it is human like technology, right? It's
human technology, but it's also like some out of this world shit. Like they are like years ahead. Like, you can watch it on the Sean Ryan podcast. There's this guy that talks about it like extensively. Like it's crazy. Like it's just another perspective on the whole like UFO thing.
But you still believe in aliens, right?
I still believe in aliens for sure, but I could definitely see that point as well. Like, a bunch of rich niggas just stealing trillions of dollars unaccounted for.
And just trying to make their own thing.
And making a bunch of crazy shit. Nigga, they probably got a flying fucking island. Who knows what they have? Like, technology's insane.
It really is. And
that shit's scary to me to think about. If our military can't compete with it, they said the best thing we have can't even compete with the best they have.
And we're also learning like reverse technology. Like,
reverse engineering.
Right now we're focusing on like vibrations, because everything is vibrating. Like this water bottle, this mic, this thing. So like, and like I think I've said previously before in the podcast, like this material could literally like move forward, move up, down, and wherever, just by knowing its vibration and controlling it.
What happened?
Nothing.
But yeah, I think right now we're trying to like Nick got the Nick.
I don't know what y'all's on my man. Just have to gather myself really quickly, you know.
This nigga just look like a dragon.
All right, what were we talking about? I'm ready. Army. Ah! Sorry about that.
Would you join the army?
No.
How do you feel about the army?
To each their own. Just do your thing. I'm good.
Like me personally, I've said my opinions on the army. I respect everybody that goes to the army, but
Me too.
But I wouldn't risk my life for it.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'll join the Navy and probably the SEALs or the Green Beret.
I'd be a black op.
I mean, for that, you got to join either one of the army.
Like, if I had to join the army and they said, like, what division do you want? I'm training for black ops, some ghost team. Like, I want to be
crazy
cold.
Shit, yeah.
Like, I want to sit in this podcast like, you don't know stuff I've seen, boy.
Real.
With my giant arms just tatted all up. And my pickup truck outside.
War veteran.
Like it's coming.
With an Apple Watch right here, tracking my calories as we speak.
Just sitting down, just tracking your calories and the heart rate.
All right, I'm fine.
Feel better, guys? I can tell. I can smell the Nick going all over this.
You're so funny.
I don't really understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, I
That's
have
a good
never.
one. You never say it. Understand. You understand. I like that. It's
I
good.
don't know what that. But I'm thinking about it.
You're thinking about joining the army?
Nah, I'm thinking about trying to do special forces. Because I know I'll definitely, like, my pre-ASVAB was above a 90. So I know if I take the ASVAB there, I'm definitely shooting
What
90.
intrigues you about joining the army?
Everything. Not really the army, because I don't want to do infantry or any of that shit. Like, special forces, like, those guys, the camaraderie, the brotherhood, the life you live is kind of like, there's nothing like it. There's just nothing like it. I don't know how to explain it. I've been doing a lot of research on it, and it's crazy. Like, it just makes me, like, compelled. I'm like, damn, it seems kind of crazy. Kind of fun.
And how many people are, like, on the team?
It depends. You can, usually, depends which, like, if you're talking about the SEALs, they have a smaller unit size of, like, 4 to, like, 6 men. But if you're talking about Green Berets, you can have a bigger unit size of, like, 6 to, like, 20 men, depending.
And what are you leaning towards if you were to go that
I
route?
would do the SEALs, and that's apparently the hardest thing in the world. So good luck to me. That's why I gave myself 4 years to build my body up and then see if I want to take that leap. 25.
Just watch David
man.
Goggins. He really talks about what
Nah,
he
fuck
went
that
through.
nigga. I already got my dude, like, I've already emailed him, so I'm ready for that part.
Do you know,
Big
like, the
steps.
hardest training
Huh?
they give
Making
you?
big steps.
No, I've been serious about it. Like, I'm so serious. Like, nothing's really gonna stop me at 25. Like, besides me, you know what I mean?
Right.
And he told me, like, if you want to do it, prepare yourself. And I need to prepare myself. You know, I'm not just jumping in the Navy right now, and they're gonna let me. No. Cool. You know what I mean? But it's a plan. Genuinely,
I rock
It
with it.
happened, bro.
I don't know. It's so intriguing. Like, the lifestyle. Like, you can. I don't know. It's crazy. Like, you're just a warrior. Like, you really just. Like, I don't know. That shit is crazy. Like,
It
it
really
just.
makes you
Going
man
on
up in a way.
special
Not even
missions that
the
nobody
manning
know
up
about.
shit. Like, I don't even think I need to man up. It's just more about the, like, you're really a warrior. Like, you're a fighter. Like, you just, like, you're
On go.
You're
You're an
on
animal.
go. Like, you're an animal. Like, you can. All right, we gotta
Flip
go
a
get that
switch
nigga.
and
Let's
just
go
go.
get him. Like, that's what they do. That's crazy to me. Like, train killers, and you can go back home to your wife and be like, I love you. Go back home to your friends. Like, that was so funny. Like, quiet professionals. It's just mind-boggling what people do right now. Shit's crazy.
So you don't have to stay on a base for 4 years?
For the Navy, it's a little bit different. Like, I'd be trying to get into an 18X contract, which is, like, immediately at recruitment, I'd be like, yo, my ASVAB, I know is fucking high. Get me into that. And then if I'm built up physically, they'll just send me straight into buds. And then if I survive buds, then I become that
A Navy
seaman. And then more training. But you don't have to. But if you fail that, then you got to stay in the Navy for, like, however you sign. And that's like 6 years, 4 to 6 years.
God damn.
Mag.
Yeah, floating Alcatraz. That's why I don't want to be on, boy. Fuck that
Floating
floating prison.
Alcatraz?
Hell no. I
That's
can't.
terrible.
It's cramped quarters. You're all in. No, bro.
Get the fuck out.
No, sir.
But I definitely think about it. You guys wouldn't? Like, for real?
I would if all else fails.
That's my point.
If all else fails,
That's my
like,
point.
I don't got my restaurant. I'm not at least working in a restaurant and close to, like, being head chef somewhere. And
You see that too, right? Go ahead. I'm so sorry.
I lost my train of thought. Damn, I'm
Oh,
not
if all
working in
else
a
fails,
restaurant.
yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
why not? I'm already, like, working out. I'm trying to get as big as possible.
Same.
Trying to get, like, flexible, more agile.
Heavy on
workout?
that. You gotta be really agile.
Yeah.
It's not
Workout.
even the strength workout. Like, you do a lot of running, you do a lot of swimming, a lot of climbing. Like,
Calisthenics.
yeah, like, you gotta be able to do 1,000 push-ups. You gotta be able to do 1,000 pull-ups, 1,000 dips. Like, those SEAL, man, bro, there's instructors that'll pull out 1,000 dips and just stare at you in your face like you're pussy. Like, that shit, mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. Like, that would make me feel so less. I'd be like, yeah, I need to work my ass off.
But see, that's when I say we're manning up in the way, because, like, that really prepares you. Like, you're like this. Like, there's people that are willing to work harder than me, And to me, as a man, you got to be willing to work harder than your competitor.
I mean, that's the thing about SEAL training. You're not competing with anyone. You're competing with yourself.
Really.
Like, that's the only competitor. If you're competing with your teammate, you already failed, and you're not becoming a SEAL
The
at
only
all.
competition is you.
Literally, that's the point of the training, because they want people who are gonna watch their brothers back, someone who's gonna care, someone with good character, integrity, not someone who's just trying to. You compete when you're on the unit with your brother. You know, do whatever you want. But when you're trying to get there, yo, come on, we got this. Like, keep working, push, like, you motivate them. Like, you're not gonna be an asshole, because, bro, that might be your teammate one day. You know what I mean? That guy might save your life. So it's different versus other branches. That's why I like it. I'm like, oh, they would actually care for me more than the other ones.
I definitely see the point where, like, when you say you love the camaraderie.
Yeah,
and
that's beautiful to me. It's crazy.
But I think overall, anywhere you go, you have to have camaraderie, rather if it's like.
For sure, but it's different when you're getting bullets shot at you.
Like, you really need to trust. Like, especially, like, all right, you
A
sleep
team.
in a room. One man's looking this way.
The
other
man's looking that way.
If you really watching this man's back and he's like, yeah, I'm watching. And you go around that corner and blah.
Blah, blah. Like, now that guy's wife has to get, like, his. Bro, no one wants to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
It's a crazy world out there. And I do want to do it. Who knows? Maybe I won't have to if we're up. Genuinely.
I'm gonna work as hard as I possibly can, so
Oh,
I
I
might
don't
not
get
have
to
to,
that
and I can just
position.
be one real dude who can do a whole bunch of shit.
Real.
I like that for you.
But
Real.
if all else
Me
fails, I'm
lean
in.
and lanky and shredded.
But
Definitely.
that's why I don't want to go swim, because I know I want.
And I'm a good swimmer, so I'm
I
like,
can't swim.
I'm a really good swimmer, so I'm like, I know I'd make a good SEAL. Like, I
can
can swim.
I just can't float, if that makes sense.
Me too.
Oh, damn.
I'm with you
So
on that
I
one.
can go through water, I can swim. If I'm really, really drowning, I may be able to get to the edge of the pool. Feel me? Save my own life. If you want me to sit there and just...
Oh no, I would die.
Can't
Yo,
do
you
that.
know you're gonna have to stay in the water for like
I'm gonna
75
sink.
minutes in the ocean
I'm gonna
for
sink.
SEAL training. Like,
I'm
you
gonna
just have to
sink.
like
I'm gonna
stay
just be
there in
like,
the
"All right,
freezing
guys."
cold. Yo, that shit's
Yeah,
crazy.
definitely.
That shit is crazy. I'm gonna be like, I am cold, but like, I'm not getting out yet. But I think I'm about to be hypothermic. I'm passing
Hella
out, sir.
salt water splashing in your mouth.
At least they can resuscitate you, so it's like, if you pass out,
Boy, if
not
you
the best.
try, you going down, boy. Stay afloat. Stay afloat.
Stay afloat.
kick them water legs, boy. Shit.
Yes.
No, I'm definitely behind that. If you tell me to swim from point A to point B, I'm good.
Michael Phelps in there.
But the moment you say, yeah, a boat's coming, stay right there.
Because there's gonna be scenarios.
Going
Let's say
right back down.
fall out of a plane, your gear fails, whatever. You land, you're in the ocean for like 2-3 hours waiting on someone to pick you up. You gotta be able to just chill for 2 hours. Like, I really think about it. Like, that's real life scenarios that people do to not die. Like, I'd be like getting back aboard, floating down. Like, bro, who the fuck is treading water for 3 hours? Like, do you know how there's some strong people out there, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta be, like, I go back to the point, a man to do all that. Like, you
Not
gotta bring
even
your man
you
out.
have to be
Crazy.
insane.
Yes, that's the
There
point.
has to be
they
something
say that.
mentally wrong
Like
with
pirate, like an outlaw. You just have to want to be fucking crazy.
To me, that's a good thing.
Yeah,
though.
it is.
Like, to
There's
me,
nothing
that's
wrong
like
with
the
being
best
crazy.
thing you could be, a crazy, self-driven dude or woman, whatever.
He had to. It's like, woman, whatever.
Like,
Gender equality.
like you could be a driving woman. Like, you could be a force of a woman.
Yeah, where they're out there.
They out there like
Shout
not
out
like
to
a
the
man,
single
not like a
moms out
guy.
there.
But,
Shout out to all the single moms.
yeah, but like as a guy, like as a man, you crazy and self-driven. Like, to me, money or not, you win that 1%. Like, and if you have a goal, and rather if it's like to get fit or like let's say to get a call, like you're gonna always accomplish a goal because you just have that mentality.
True.
Man, the term I go by, and I really said it before on here,
Talk
is
to me.
Kaizen, man. Y'all niggas know about the Kaizen.
No.
Sure.
Improving your day, improving every day, just 1% at a time.
Mhm.
Every day, you're improving. Working on whatever the fuck you did last. You know what? I want to strangle you sometimes.
Why'd you do that right in my ear?
I'm so sorry.
You know how close to my ear that shit.
You heard the gas.
I'm sorry. Do you remember your point?
Kaizen, man.
Yeah,
Kaizen.
We take it one day at a time.
Yeah, every day. Just improve on the last.
Make it.
What? This is what you just say.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna shut up for the rest of this. Just gonna sit here, mind my business. Yeah, I'm not even here. Go ahead, kid. Don't mind me.
You can do it, bro.
Go ahead.
So just improving yourself one day at a time. That's it. That's all Kaizen. It's a Japanese term.
I feel like that's kind of slow though. Like,
What you mean?
like, I love that the self-improvement notion. I love the self-improvement notion. No, but I feel like 1% is kind of slow. I think on a daily basis, you gotta knock out everything you have planned for that day.
Yeah, everything you got planned, but alright, gang.
But like to me, 1% is just like one thing at a time.
Not one thing at a time. You make a fucking. I'm talking about. Alright, today I woke up, I ate, cleaned my room, hung some shit up.
Okay,
Like, come on now, improving. Like, come on now.
But like when I took it as 1% of the time is like just doing like one thing more than you did yesterday. Like to me, what like
Y'all are so funny.
Not go.
like to me, like to really improve, like you really gotta like do everything you wanted to do and like the next day do more. Like not like overwork yourself to like where you're doing like 100 things at a day, but like if
So
let's say
how many things you added on your day, like your day-to-day list?
to me it's
This nigga Superman. Did we forget?
no.
We forgot about that.
like to me
How much more today you did than you did yesterday?
like learning more,
Yeah.
like taking a step
Nigga,
further
be
to
honest.
reaching
Yeah.
that action.
Yeah, one step. How many fucking steps you gonna take in a fucking day?
But to me, 1% is like a lot. To me, a 1% is not a lot.
The 1% is what you perceive it to be. It could
Thank
be
you.
anything you want. It
I
could
took
be-
it as a,
Yo,
as a
I
low
stay up
number.
till 2 a.m. writing, planning out my little comic book. I think that's 1%.
You really think that's 1%?
I don't think that's enough.
I think 1% is you
It hasn't
just
started yet.
getting like an idea, like not an idea, but like learning about it like a little bit more.
It could be if that's how you perceive
It could. Thank you. If how
That's what I'm saying. That's how I took it. As.
Okay.
That's why I said I think. That's why I said I think it's a low number that y'all just started dying. To me, like
It's just the way you said it. That shit was hilarious. You came in hard.
Shit, bro.
to me, like a 1% is low thing. Like I took it as like just like learning about one more thing about it. Like to me, the only real completion is
All right, when you get an idea,
action.
boom, action. You get your idea today. Tomorrow, what you gonna do? You're gonna research the idea.
Yeah.
The next day, you're gonna research some more about it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You researched it yesterday, but you're gonna research it some more.
But here's the thing about research to me. I think the best teacher is experience. I think it's just go like I'm not saying not do your due diligence. I'm not saying that everybody should do their due diligence and understand like the fundamentals of it.
Mhm.
But like to me, you could do 1,000 researches on let's say I do 1,000 research on, I don't know, being an entrepreneur and I took classes. To me, you can't be like. To me, you could be an entrepreneur. As soon as you get started, you might fail at it. No matter how much research you did, I think the
How about
best
this?
teacher
How
is
about this?
experience.
How about this? How about
Oh,
this?
you got it.
I want to start trading, right?
Okay.
In the stock market, the hour trading, right?
Cool.
I don't know jack shit about it.
Okay.
Right? I go in, I'm looking at ticker symbols, I'm looking at this shit drop, I'm looking at it go. I don't know anything, but I wanted to start yesterday, so today I started. I took $1,000 because I wanted to start today without
Okay.
knowing anything.
Yeah.
And I put it in.
Yeah.
I put that in. I'm watching it. It goes all the way down. It goes all the way up. I'm like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And then I lose my $1,000.
Yes, sir.
If I took 3-6 months to actually learn and practice with small amounts of money, these ticker symbols, these things, and then I took that same $1,000 after the 6 months of me going 1% a day, putting in $10, $20, learning, trading, learning when to trade, when to buy, when to sell. You don't think I'm gonna do 100 times better with that $1,000?
Here's the thing. I say no because still, you haven't got the experience of it. Like for me, learning and the experience go hand in hand. Like as you're performing, like let's continue with your example. Instead of putting $1,000, you could do a demo of it with fake money while you learning,
You
and
can't invest
still-
fake money in the
can't
stock
invest
market.
But
That's
what I'm
unrealistic,
saying.
bro.
You
You're
have
being
to do
unrealistic
it.
right now.
You
There
have
are-
to do it
there
with
are-
small amounts of money first.
But there are demos where you like.
But
it's
those
fake
demos,
money,
you're not netting anything. Yeah,
But
yeah,
you're
it's
doing
practice.
experience.
But that's still a part of research and learning. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, but I'm saying it goes hand in hand. But
But then
researching
experience
is not-
isn't more important because you.
I didn't say it was more important. Oh, I did say it was more important.
I was like-
but
Yeah.
I said that you need experience to understand it. Like you could read like 1,000 pages of the stock market.
Yes, and then each day I'm investing $5. So it's not a lot for me to lose. I can invest this $5 and watch it go up and down as I'm reading. Oh, when it goes this price, I can buy here.
Yeah.
When it goes up here, I could sell here.
But
And
the
then-
action is how you get more comfortable doing it. That's my whole point.
Mm-hmm.
Like as
But
you do
I'm
it
not
consistently,
gonna
you
take
become better.
$1,000, not knowing jack shit about it and throw it in.
I never said you should.
But-
my point is just like action, experience. Like you doing that, like yeah, the research helped you, but there's gonna be times where you fail in the research you did. Where like, man, I did all this right and I still failed. And then there's one thing where it's like, okay, I noticed this thing happen. This wasn't in the research. I noticed this thing, and then when this hit that, it went up. That's experience. And that might not be in your research. That's my whole point. But let's use the notion of business. There's like, to me, business classes are just for business literacy.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go into a meeting, they could hit you with like a whole 360 that you're like, whoa, they didn't say this in the research. They didn't say they could do that. They didn't say they could do that. And then you do the research on that, and it's like, I just found this now. Why didn't I find this before?
Yeah, true.
That's to me.
1% better. That's something I didn't know yesterday.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
2%.
And then it goes back to what he
To
was
me,
saying.
that's 100% because now you're on to the next level.
Wow, we got to get you into a probability class.
Now you're on level 2.
I see what you're saying. I get what you mean. Like you perceive that as them putting in the full amount of effort. 2%. Yeah, I get what you mean. Like getting better from the day before. He perceives it like, oh, that's 100%. That's great. I guess.
And then you start off back at 0. And then you have to complete.
I just build off of the work that I did the other day. I don't like backtracking.
That's not necessarily backtracking. It's just you're a new person today.
I think I'm the same guy I was yesterday, just with
More knowledge.
more knowledge
Little bit
and
better.
a little bit better and a better grasp of what I want to do today
Definitely.
and tomorrow.
Definitely.
I'm still gonna be this guy tomorrow. I'm just gonna have different things to do tomorrow
To
and
me-
different objectives to focus on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I was gonna give like a little story about 2 factory workers. You have the one who's been in the factory for 20 years of experience. You know, he's just been working there. Then you have the new guy comes in, college, brand new spanking degree, engineer. These both 2 factory engineers, right?
Okay.
They have this big machine that they have to figure out and work on and get it running right, or else it's gonna be catastrophic to the whole plant and the whole warehouse. Engineer kid comes in and keeps telling him, hey, yo, like I think we need to update it. Experienced 20-year-old man who's stuck in his ways and only knows how to do it one way by the book.
That's the problem.
How the
right
company's been doing it says, no, I think it looks sturdy when you can clearly see the bolts are falling off. Young engineer said, well, we just learned a new method, these bolts, this type of bolt, blah, blah, whatever, it's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward a couple days, it gets a little bigger, the machine it keeps expanding until poof, it blows. In my opinion, I've dealt with this in the workplace. I've dealt with this in several scenarios to where this story is very like prevalent. That's like the short end of it because we don't have enough time. But there's a lot of older people or just people ahead of you in a position of power in life that will say because they've been there, done that, they know more than you. That is not necessarily correct. I think, especially within our generation, we are smart as fuck. We are like a smart ass generation. We're not ignorant. We're not dealing with the shit that the generation before us dealt with. We want our own and we're gonna find it however we want. I think that's because we learn from them. We watch them. We observe. We're like, oh shit, I don't want to do that. What my mom did, I don't want to do it. We're learning. That's not necessarily experience because you didn't really experience it as a kid. Your parents did. You were just watching them. Even when you got to an adult, now you're just putting in what you learned in. It's not any experience. Now you can handle it better because you have the research and the knowledge previously. You know what I mean? Like, and then you'll gain the experience, but you need to learn about whatever you're doing, no matter how much experience you have, because you never know. There might be a better way of doing something. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like, that's why like experience thing has never
But
compelled me when people are like, I know more than you. I've been there. I'm like, bro, but Did you read this? Did you see this?
Right.
You're definitely right because like I said before, do your due diligence, gain a knowledge of it. Like I'm not saying be ignorant and life is just gonna teach you everything. Like you could do that, sure, but you better be quick on your feet. But like I said before, do your due diligence, learn about something. I never discredited learning about.
Yeah, that was a story. That was just an analogy to like it was both of your points. Like I agreed with both of it. I didn't disagree with anyone.
But like you said, like let's say about your parents thing. Let's say your parents, I don't know, went bankrupt at one time, and you watched that as a kid, and you're like, okay, like I'm learning from them. Like you go through life, you become bankrupt. You're like, but I stood away from what they did. What happened? That's just life. Now it's your life experience to find out what you did wrong, so that doesn't happen again. That's why I say life is about experience.
I feel like that's just you making poor choices, though. Like if you.
I was just using that.
No, I know, but we're gonna build off the example. That's the only. I'm just saying, like, if you did that, you just made bad spending habits. Like you got bad spending habits at that point. Like you and your parents just both got bad spending habits. Money's no good. You'll never be rich. Don't even think about it. Just work back. Just think about paying that little $5,000 card you got. Like you know what I mean? Like you can tell. And I don't know, certain people you either live way differently than your parents did and you live frugally, or you're just better with money, or you're just the same way.
The hamster wheel.
And I hope people aren't on that hamster wheel. That's why I give our generation a lot of credit, because I think we're smarter than that. I see a lot of young niggas with money keep pushing.
Exactly. There's enough money to go around. We spend trillions and trillions of dollars a day.
Yeah, shout out America. Rah, freedom.
Like,
hoorah. Not for real though.
America. But yeah, that's to me what experience is. I think nothing's gonna teach you more about life than experience.
Than doing it, I guess.
Your knowledge comes in clutch. I'm not saying it doesn't. Like you could be going through life and be like, I've learned about this before. Somebody's told me about this experience before. I'm just gonna say yes, or I'm gonna say no. And then like it might pan out well, but then again it might not. And you're like, but I followed the blueprint, and it's up to you
That's
to like.
Just life, yeah. True.
Just gotta live it.
Or just find a better way to get to where you want to go. And that's what I've done.
But you know what comes in clutch with that? Looking at the glass half full.
Real. That's a good way to come back to that point.
Right back to the connection.
Everything comes in full circle.
Connected.
Yeah. That's how I see life. Everything's all connected.
Great. This is a good episode, guys, right?
Great. I love the different perspective. Easy, you want to add anything to it? You were spitting before, dog. Like,
yeah, did we just say all your points for you? Is that why?
I'm just listening and observing. That's all. I'm just kind of getting back into the flow of things.
Yeah, this is what it is weekly.
I would love to be part of the next episode.
Of course.
Gotcha.
I'd love to have you back.
Sure.
I would love to know more about like how you have a house, you have an apartment. I'm sorry to put your business out
No,
there.
it's an apartment.
It's an apartment?
Yes, sir.
I would love to go how you got to that point of like finding an apartment.
So it was quick. It was very, very. I'll try to give it the short and sweet version. We got kicked out, and then life just went for the better. I think what it was, I was just so stuck in being comfortable in a certain position, and once things just went left,
I thought that
the position just like everything, like $5 million just opened.
Facts.
Because I was just so stuck in just being in one spot.
Okay.
I didn't have to be stuck in that spot anymore.
Okay.
I was like, oh, you know what? Oh shit! I thought I was just gonna be right down to the bottom. Then I realized before I knew it, put for the apartment. Got my apartment, got my raise, got this. I just couldn't complain. I was just like, oh shit! I was seeing the glass half empty at that point. Especially when I got kicked out, I was like, oh, this glass is definitely half empty. And then, but things just went left. I was like, oh, never mind. This glass is full.
I felt that.
This
Yeah.
glass is really full. And then, I just did my due diligence, and God did his thing.
Yeah.
I'm in a different position now, so I can't even complain. I'm happy. Just loving the moments, spending the moments with my girl. That's how we do.
How long have you been living like by yourself now?
I got the apartment January 6th. This is almost a month and a half now.
Now, how does it feel to be living on your own?
It's fucking amazing, bro.
It's amazing.
I would hate to go back to my parents. But because I can literally walk in my house ass naked.
Yo, I want
I'm so
that.
serious.
That's
I can
so
literally walk in
freaking
my house with my
awesome.
dick out. It's my space. It's my comfortability.
It's your aura.
It's mine.
Yeah.
It's not anybody else's energies in this room. It's my energy and my girl's energy. I don't gotta worry about no one else's energy bringing it down, because you can feel it when someone comes into your house and the next day you're arguing, you find out why. The person's energy was bad. So that bad energy stayed there. So now that's why when I go home, I'm in a great space. It's just me and my girl. We're two great people. Why not? But you guys are still free to come through. You guys are still free to come through. I would love for you guys to come through.
For sure, we gotta set up a date. For sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna smoke weed in your house.
That's fine.
That's fine, bro.
Don't mark his territory.
Yeah.
I have a dog though, so just
What kind of dog you
I
got?
have a pit.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have a pit.
Cute.
That's beautiful.
I also have a pet.
You know.
How old is
that's
he?
what she is 5.
She's
an
a
old
baby.
girl. 5?
Yeah, she's 5.
Oh, we all got
5
puppies.
months?
That's so nice.
Or 5 years.
5 years old.
Oh, she's not a baby.
She's not a baby. That's a
She's
grown ass
a big
woman.
girl, but she's still a
That's
baby.
that girl better handle herself. Girl, you better buck up.
Tighten up before I tweak out.
Lock in for real. She's a big girl, but I love my baby, and I don't know. I could really just sit here and go on and on about how literally I thought once I started seeing the glass half full, things just really changed.
Nah,
Yeah.
for real. I can agree with
Like
you.
I always try to think of it like this. I could have been somewhere else. Like I could have been in the worst position. I kind of think of it like this. Like, you know, someone I know could have been dealing with something 3 times worse than me, and I'm sitting here complaining.
I always think about that. That's why I don't really complain or cry when shit happens. I
Right,
just kind
that's
of
kinda
like,
like-
I'm like, damn, I gotta fix this.
Right, exactly.
Like,
Literally,
that's
just have to
literally just my
fix this
mindset.
position.
I'm like, I gotta get out of this somehow.
Literally,
And that's
just fix the position I'm in, because I'm like, yo, like I know a couple guys that's right now that's homeless.
especially because yeah, bro, Haiti too. Like there's just a lot of reasons for me to be grateful for even the suffering that I go through here.
Literally, that's what I.
Like,
That's what
I
I'm saying.
embrace the suffering. I'm like, yo, it sucks, but what am I
I'm
gonna
gonna
do?
make it out eventually.
Literally, you know,
Literally
like,
having that
I always
mindset.
try that. Fuck that. Life sucks, but life
It could have been worse. That's what I always see.
could have been worse for sure.
It definitely could have been worse. And just like I said, guys, it was definitely it was fun. It was fun. I definitely did enjoy being here, enjoying my moment with the guys. It was
funny.
It was very,
I
very, very.
appreciate you
It
being
was
here,
very
man.
surreal. It was like a feeling of joy in a sense.
I get that. That's how I feel.
As
Okay,
the
sure.
great Navy SEAls, this is a brotherhood.
Oh god,
It's
don't
like,
disrespect
I
us,
miss
man.
being. I literally missed being.
The SEAL community
around
is
the
throwing
energy.
up right now.
He's comparing them talking to what we're going through right now. Is this man serious?
You telling me shit?
It was definitely-
Like I've lost brothers. I'm
And
sorry.
we still have hours, and that's why we're taking our time to appreciate them.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Shout out to
sorry
everybody
for-
that risked their life. Every time I see somebody like in a
Shout out to the
in
special forces
uniform,
guys for real.
I say thank you for
Y'all-
your service.
Shout out to what you go through to become one and stay a special forces guy. for real.
USA.
I ain't gonna lie, I've never been so heavy on USA until recently. I'm like, we got that shit in the bag militarily.
That's what
and
I'm
on
saying.
that note,
That's what I be saying.
I'm gonna end it off. It's been your boy Ivo.
It's been your boy Nicky Poo.
Eli.
Is Bam Bam in the cut? And we're out.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Peace.
Talk to y'all next time.